Hey y'all, what's going on? This is Chris from Chris and Ed Go Fishing, back with another reel review. Now, this is a reel actually that Ed got me. It's the Daiwa Sweepfire 4002B. Now, this reel, if you are looking to do some fishing on a budget, I can't say enough good things about this reel. This reel is literally $20 on Amazon. It only has 2 ball bearings. That's what the 2B is for, I believe. But it has a gear ratio of 5.3 to 1. It only weighs 410 grams. Basically, that converts to less than a pound. Retrieve is 37 inches per crank, and like I said, it's got only 2 ball bearings, but hey, when you're on a budget, that works. It has the mono line capacity, but mostly everyone's using braid now. And for this 4000 size, I can tell you it fits like 350 yards, something like that, of 20-pound braid. That's probably the most I would go on this reel, and because this is so thick, this spool is so thick right here, this thing casts a mile. Now, with it just being the metal spool, if you're going to put braid on it, you will need mono backing or the electrical tape trick. That should work just fine. But Ed got me this reel. I hadn't really been using Daiwa. I usually was stuck with Penn and Shimano, and those were kind of my 2 go-tos as I was growing up fishing out in saltwater. But he just got me this. I think it was for my birthday a few years back, and it's been great ever since I tried it. I just remember spooling it up one day with some 20-pound braid, and I was like, and I hadn't used a spool with, like, this thick before. I was mostly using, conventional reels and very light tackle spinning reels, but the older ones where it's much thinner and it holds more line, more mono for that matter. But yeah, I spooled this up with braid, and I was casting this thing a mile. I mean, you really can. 10 to 20-pound braid, you can really get out there, especially if you're only using, the heaviest, I would say, a 2-ounce sinker. And I was using it for bass, catfishing, and I wouldn't recommend using this in the saltwater. It's just not. It doesn't have any of the mag seal technology that the newer Daiwa and more expensive reels have, unless you clean it really, really well. But I actually just wouldn't recommend it. It's really perfect for if you need to get out there in fresh water, and for Ed and I, that's casting off the dock, and it really does its job. We have a channel that runs through the Potomac, and it's over 100 feet from the dock, and this gets it there. And I've had some pretty big catfish on this reel. I can tell you this was pulling in 10-pound catfish with absolutely no problems. I know it can pull in 20-pound catfish with no problem either, with right about that 20-pound braid, and I would say 20-pound or 15-pound. I would say 20-pound fluorocarbon leader or mono leader. You can even probably sneak up to 30-pound mono leader, just to make sure that those heavier catfish that just might happen to bite your line grab on there, because those catfish do bite very small pieces of worms, and it could be unexpected, especially when you're really getting out there in the deeper part of the channel. But I will put up a couple videos here after this, and on the same video I'll just put up a couple shots of me casting this thing out there, and you can see just how good it is. This is plastic. You can feel it. It's plastic. Some of it appears to be metal. This is just kind of a chromed plastic. It does have a nice smooth feel to it though, even with the 2 bearings. But not a whole lot of drag. I don't even know how much. I actually can't even remember how much drag this thing has. Let me see if I can read on the back super quick. No, probably because they don't want you to know right off the back. Yeah, I mean I can't imagine it has more than 10, 15 pounds of drag. That would be its max. But $20, you guys, you can't do a lot better than this for $20. And I mean, unless on Amazon with free shipping, unless you're making an offer or doing an auction for some other kind of reel on eBay or Craigslist or whatever. But new in the box, I'm gonna have to say this has my vote. It did me really well, and I'm definitely gonna continue to use this reel. Paired up with a nice, 8, 9 foot at the most, skinny little surf rod, and yeah, it's been great. All right, take care, guys.